Hello, everybody, and welcome to an episode of KSP. So, I didn't actually do that airplane stuff. I found out this can get us all the way to Minmus. So now we are going to launch a Minmus Quester. And who's going to go on this? I don't actually remember who all I've sent places. Phil Hat, I think I've done things with. I think I'll do Sandbury, yes. You will go on these missions. Well, actually, it's more of just one mission. Alright, so I'm gonna save that and let's launch. So basically, I need to do a gravity turn, which is something I've never actually really done before. Okay, we're loaded up. And we are going to launch. And yeah, so there's the one part. Gotta sit here and wait for this to go. Some serious roll issues right now. Just like the scene to stop trying to while it's shoot. Somehow all of the engines went off all at once, and so I'm going much faster than I'm supposed to be right now in this part of the atmosphere. Right for a second, we're going the wrong direction. How's get this rotation issue taken care of? Interesting that happened recently is we're having some issues here. is there was actually like a Shakespeare exhibit in a town in our state. So I went to that. We were eating our craft return. It's actually being pretty successful. I do say so myself. Let's check and see. Oh, we are not climbing up fast enough. Oh, I know. What's wrong? I just forgot. Simple issue. And we can see this Science Plane 1, which actually I made a better Science Plane 1 now. One with more engines that can go faster into, well, not necessarily to farther places. But it definitely doesn't expend my patience as much. It's always a good thing. It's been a pretty successful gravity turn, if I do say so myself. I don't need to go too terribly high with this. I think I'll stop at 85. And we aren't veering out of the atmosphere. We'll take this time to set up a maneuver. And I need to go a little bit higher on the periapsis here. And I think we are good. I'm going to begin, or maybe first, aim towards maneuver. This thing rotates really slow for having as many reaction control systems as it does. Off into orbit. We actually have a lot of spare fuel, which I just realized. I had a spare fuel. Oh, that was a big mistake. Apparently, this thing was in some. So I assume that, nevertheless, we had space. And yes, it's a very important process. Since the atmosphere to guide the signals up to off the jet, and I'll take a little bit of time to use the other engines to do this. Right now we're on to was technically supposed to be an atmospheric engine. That was not planned at all, but it just happened. It's actually going to be a pretty long burn with this. We have a lot of spare fuel. Even if we were to burn up all of our fuel right now, and things like that, we would still make it into orbit. Science from this mission, I will try to unlock RCS and systems and possibly better electrical systems. We don't even have solar panels yet. We don't even have ways of getting pure energy yet. We just have to take along our energy with batteries. And we are going to places as far away as Duna. I don't quite think that would work for us. Taking all the energy we needed to Duna. Whoops. Accidentally hit my computer there. And over here I'm going to add it. Okay. Oh, it looks like I have to... Nope, not do that. I have to cancel the old maneuver. Over here, I'm going to add another maneuver, raising this side up a little bit. Also, I need to set and miss as my target. So I'm going to warp the next maneuver. And it's going to take a long time to turn the spacecraft. So I gave myself a little bit more time to turn the spacecraft. I'm going to do a little bit of time acceleration since we don't need it turning right now. And we're going to burn that maneuver. And there, we have burned that maneuver. Perfectly, should I add. Okay. Here is the next part of this. We have to get to the correct inclination. I think I need to do... No, I don't need to do that. And just trying to get a good inclination here. It doesn't look like I'll get 0, unfortunately. We can't always get stuff that we want. I'm going to stop the time acceleration so we can move this giant behemoth of a spacecraft. Let's see, the engine is over here, and so that means the capsule is over here. While we are waiting for this machine to do all of its craziness, let's look around in the capsule. And like always, you can't really see anything. I'm guessing that these are monopropellant tanks, maybe oxygen tanks. Of course, your throttle. And a light. Because who doesn't need a light when you're in space? And I'm gonna do this bro. We're shaking around a little bit, but that doesn't really matter. We're not even onto the transfer stage yet. We're doing really well fuel-wise. We're only 23 minutes into the flight. I don't really want this to be I don't really like super long flights. Okay, didn't really do that one too well. Let's see, didn't really burn that too well. And we'll try to do that one again. We're going to warp the next maneuver. We're pretty close to where we need to be for the maneuver. And so I don't need that much time. I'm going to time accelerate a little bit. Oh yes, and I was talking about my Shakespeare trip. So basically, a town in a state got Shakespeare's first folio. And so I went to see that, and it was pretty interesting. Every time we burn this, it's always really bad. Okay, now we're going the wrong way. Let's see, so I need to go the normal direction. It's gonna take 500 million years to do this. That's one of the issues with a large spacecraft, is it takes forever to move around. And now I'm going to try slowing it down just a bit. That way we don't overshoot. And there it is, the direction which we need to burn. Now let's see for our nodes, and we got it. That was perfect. Okay, now we have to deal with actually getting them in this. I think we'll launch here. Okay. And so yeah, I'll just try to get this as best as I can. Sometimes moving it can be the best answer. There we go. Then we'll set up that maneuver. We're not even on the transfer stage yet. We're doing really well, in my opinion. It might have even been easier just to go to min-miss before mud. I'll try to slow down our rotation here. We're gonna have to time accelerate. It says the burn's only gonna last 7 seconds, but I don't think that's quite going to be right. I think it might just be easier to do warp the next maneuver. Yeah, that was probably a pretty good decision. Giving myself a lot of time to burn that. And pretty soon we'll go into the transfer stage. That should be anytime soon, pretty much. So I'll just continue burning this, and yeah. I did do a test of this off camera, and it has so much fuel left. By the time I've landed and left, that I've barely even made a dent in the atmosphere. It's a pretty effective strategy of getting into orbit and burning. try to get as much science as I can. I did bring a scientist along for a reason. I'll try to get my maneuver spot on. We have it. Okay, so it looks like blue line is where we're going to be. What we're going to be working on. Okay, we've been out for 1 day. Unless that's just hours. Okay, now we've been out for 1 day. We're actually in pretty deep space right now. I mean, it's like nothing compared to what's out between the planets and things, and even the stars. But still pretty deep space. Far from any other matter, so to speak. Somehow Scott Manley got to Midness in just 2 days. We burnt this fairly efficiently, I think. And getting there in 2 days doesn't seem quite possible. Oh, now we're 4 days in. Okay, here's where we are going to do the maneuvering. And we just have to kill a whole bunch of velocity and we are good, pretty much. And I think I will go to cut that height. So I'm going to get lined up with my maneuver. You know, I think there might even be enough fuel here to even maybe land with this stage. There's just so much here when it comes to fuel. And we're not running short on electric charge either. Also, I can essentially just jump into the pod instead of using my RCS on Nimbus because of how low the gravity is. So I'm going to warp to the next maneuver. possibly use a pretty well thought out game. By the time we finally land on Midwest, we're going to be out for 5 days. That's nothing compared to the one Duna eventually are going to go through. When we, of course, get people in Duna. Purples, I guess. And I'm going to try to land somewhere fascinating. I kind of like this place here. I'm going to warp the next maneuver. 6 days already. Minmus is certainly one of the far places you can go. At the same time, it's a pretty easy place to go. And I'm going to fill off some of this velocity. As we prepare to deorbit. Well, yeah, we've already deorbited. This didn't end us up at all where we wanted to go. But I'm sure it'll be interesting either way. I'm going to warp here. I'm going to point retrograde. I can probably land with this engine. Well, maybe not. And I'll kill off that much velocity. I don't really care so much this time around if I do land on a hill, as I have so much fuel left. It's not even funny how much fuel I have left. I'll probably have to get rid of this engine pretty soon. There's so much that I really don't need it. And it's going to make landing a bit more difficult. Rotate this, make landing easier. going to try to get over here in the flatlands, even though I said I didn't really care. It's just for making things easier. Because who doesn't like when things are easier? And our retrograde is about to change pretty soon, and we're just gonna be spinning around. I'm gonna time warp a little bit using my hardest, of course. I don't know what this HDG thing is down here, so if anybody can tell me what this is and what it means, please put it in the comments. We're only 2,000 feet up. You know what? This time on the moon, I'd be scrambling to kill off my velocity. Here, that's not quite as important as in the slightest little touch and send this thing back into orbit. I'll slow this down a little bit more, as much life out of this as I can. And then probably drop it, as I have no use for it. And I will deploy the gear. Gear deploying. And I will take a stray goo. The goo feels right at home here. Alright, I'll keep that. If I can, scan. If I can click on it, log temperature, collecting recorded temperature data from the environment. I might actually survive the fall. I'm surprised if it did. Something survived. Oh, a lot of it survived. Okay, now nothing survived. We're about to land on the mythical moon. Yes. See, we're almost landed and we've barely made a dent in our water. Yes, because spacecrafts need water. we barely made a dent in our fuel supply. Oh, we don't need to kill any more velocity. This is landing velocity on uneven. And bounce a little bit, and we are down. Alright, let's take a mystery goo. You observe the goo. We used this. Oh, we have. I will observe this one. Collecting recorded temperature data from the environment. Okay. Take a crew report. You recorded the crew's assessment of the situation. And here's our door. We're going to go on an EVA. He landed softly, actually. And we're going to watch as he jumps up high into the sky and spins down where he's about to put the flag. Be somewhere around here. And of course, Sticky Keys wants to activate. I think I made it so you guys can't see that anymore. Let's replace a flag. We'll take a surface sample. You sneak a taste of the surface sample. Nope, it is definitely not made of a delicious dessert product. Okay, we are going to, we can do an EVA report. You feel a bit like a superhero when you jump in the low gravity. Now we're going to plant a flag. And let's Wester, the landing, site, which I actually spelled correctly this time around. So I went back and watched my last episode where we went to Mun, and I misspelled the site. Although it's technically spelled correctly, it's just not the right type of site. I spelled it the kind of site in which you have to get glasses for. And we're going to try and jump. And that is how you don't land. Well, that is how you get onto your lander without using RCS. You can land on this planet completely using RCS. Planet Moon. And I'm going to board. And we can leave just as soon as I find out where I am pointing. I'm not gonna leave this. Not just turn on sticky keys. Facing the right direction. a nice orbit, I guess. Ooh, too much power there, I think. It's gonna actually take us on an escape trajectory from Kerbin. So we're gonna point retrograde and slow down. We've got plenty of fuel to burn anyways. Oh, that is not a escape trajectory from Kerbin anymore. I'm going to try and make an efficient way for us to leave. Well, I guess that's semi-efficient. And that doesn't really work. Nor does that really. What makes the most efficient one? I think that probably does. We've got one day until we get up all the way up there. This is going to be a long mission. What am I for recording time? 48 minutes already. So this is going to be a rather long episode. But we'll get a lot of stuff done in it. Okay. So we're going to warp to the Minmus escape. And the way we are currently doing it, we are going to catch up again with Minmus. Again. We're going to be coming in with a lot of energy if we do this arrow break. And I'll just get this arrow break maneuver set up well. And we're going to warp. We'll attempt to warp to next maneuver. And now we are going to go along to our maneuver. There, that's exactly where we want it. We are going to warp here. This is becoming a really long mission. Like, I want to see what are the planets. What are the locations of the planets now? Actually, we should have a launch window Luna coming up pretty soon here. Oh! Ah, that's what was wrong. Not much has changed, actually. This is the part where we go out and collect all the science and EVA. Part I have to do a lot of work. RCS. And just try to go in and get science. Take data. Collect data. Remove data. It's actually pretty easy. Collect data. Remove data. It's gone pretty well. And we should be doing the rest of the data pretty soon. Just if I weren't everything, take data. F grab. And forth. We now have all in science. Okay, close the lander legs. We are way zoomed out in the map view. Let's see, 1 day to there, 2 days to there. So this over here is probably closer. So this will be close to 26 days. 26 days in space. And we are coming in for the aero brake. But before we do that, I'm going to burn off all of the extra fuel. Did quite a lot. Try to slow us down. This is going to take a little while. pretty much bound to go back in the atmosphere, so regardless, we're gonna burn all of this. Remember, we could might burn much, but that's probably not gonna happen. So let's see what he says. See stars. Tonight's really good stars. You can see all the lights and aisles and stuff. There we watch as the engine of the lander hatches. Wait until we get deeper into the atmosphere before I really turn on FPS, but necessary. This thing is very stable on its own. And we're beginning the re-entry process. We'll blow. What is this? We're over an ocean. Is anybody who's out fishing tonight? Watch. Fire below. This Wesker. Then there's the Russian spacecraft up there, which is now being we slowed down pretty easy there. I'm gonna check the parachute, see when it's safe for us to deploy. And we didn't actually use that much later while we were doing this. I do think they make inflatable shields in real life. There we watch as our package of knowledge basically lands in the water. Now the parachutes open up and we slow down. And we wait. And wait. This is actually 25 days. That meant I was pretty close with my expected 5 to 6 days. Okay. Well, let's collect this. I'm sure we're going to have a ton of science to work with. Just waiting for the number. What is it gonna be? What is it going to be? We got 414.5 science. If that is a ton of science, I guess I could probably even stretch that more if I really wanted to. Alright, so what are we gonna go for? Certainly electrics. We need power. I do need this stuff. Probably do with the mobile processing lab. That's a good thing to have. Oh, before we forget, RCS. And yeah, let's make a space station next. Yeah, well, I guess that's the end of the episode. You know how better without solar cells, labs, and places for Kerbals to be, RCS, and lander pods. And yeah, that's all we bought. And I will do... Actually, I'm gonna show you what my airplane looks like. I also created a space plane off camera, but we are running short on time. It does actually fly fairly well. Except for the fact that it's a bit unstable, but otherwise it does fly pretty well. But now for the space plane. No, the science plane. Forgetting what I was saying here. 2 engines, science package, and a little bit of fuel. Also parachutes for getting out. Oh, now that we have ladders, we could add a ladder onto this. Extended the ladder. Oh, wrong direction. Retract the ladder. Now we extend the ladder. It goes down to the ground. Actually below the ground a little bit, but who cares? So yeah, that's the science plane for you. So don't forget